Sup everyone, Kaiju no Kami here, and I decided I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do an unboxing video for a toy. Let's see how this goes. I recently got into Ninja Turtles thanks to this omnibus of the original run, and I've gone down this rabbit hole that I was actually trying to stay away from. I passed on the comic book stuff NECA did years ago, and now I ended up falling into that trap. So it was going to happen sooner or later. And I've gotten a few, the Triceratops Zog, which was a really awesome figure, some Ultrams, and Casey Jones. I was like, you know what? Let's try an unboxing video for a figure. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how the public reacts, because you know what? I gotta try new things out. So I'm not doing the same tired videos over. I guess first I should get my Target receipt out of here, maybe. Yes, I did actually come across him and Zog at Target. Okay, it fell down there when I tried to get it out. That's cool. But, so here's the figure of the two Shredder clones. Now I have to find the Claw Shredder clone because I can't just do it two. I have to have all three. Here's the side with some artwork, which is pretty cool. Back side that shows promo shots. Now, these promo shots are not always perfect, because one thing I noticed with Casey Jones is they have his bag on the wrong side in the promo shots. For Zog, they have his strap with grenades attached, even though the grenades can't actually attach to his strap. So I'm curious of what is not going to be accurate on these images compared to the toy. Now, I'm looking forward to reading this Return of New York storyline that introduces these Shredder clones, which is in the next omnibus coming out, which the turtles are really much more beefier, and there's a new NECA set coming out, NECA, coming out with beefier turtles for the Return of New York storyline, which I'm looking forward to because, as I said, I passed on them originally, which is actually kind of a cool thing because I liked their designs later where they were going when they were at Casey's farmhouse. Alright, so we've got them in a tray with straps. Sometimes I will use a nail clipper to take the straps out. I'm not doing that here right now because I forgot to grab my nail clipper. Come on, there we go. There we go. Does this Shredder clone have one? He's got other stuff, so I'm gonna have to cut him off from behind because he's got a plastic thing keeping him in. So we've got our additional hands for our Shredder clone, for our Goro Shredder. Okay. We've got, I'm assuming, karate chopping hands. And gripping hands. Hopefully it works. Okay. We've also got his space worms attachments, so I'll show those off in a bit. Let's see, can I, oh, here we go. Okay, it rolled right back to me, so that's cool. But here's the details of those space worms. Hopefully it focused on that for a moment so you could see it. Same with this one. Okay. I have to be very careful of these pieces because these are not straps like, well, I mean, I guess they kind of are. But these ones are tighter because they go around the body and the clone shredder. So let's try to cut. I usually try to cut at the, like the piece right here, where it's connected on the other side of the tray, so I don't cut the body of the figure. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see, did that work on this one? Maybe? Worked enough so I could stretch it to cut it out. Okay. Oh, there's one around his neck. Darn you, NECA, for having a strap around his neck. Okay. Get him back in there. Did I cut it enough to pull it up now? No, I did not. How about if I cut this? Is that enough? Ow. Ow, apparently those spikes are actually kind of, spiky. There we go. Okay, so I've got Goro Shredder out. So just a little look at him before I start moving him around. Feet. Cool. And now to get the little guy out. Midget, mini-me Shredder is what I'll call him. Okay, come on. Come on. Should get some like ominous epic music playing for this. Have maybe the whole thing go golden like in those movies with the briefcase where it's like the most awesome thing ever. Oh, wait, can't he go out? No, he's still stuck by one strap. There we go. Okay, so we got mini-me Shredder now. Hopefully the camcorder zooms on him. Maybe, yes. Hopefully. Maybe? Sometime? Okay, what if I put it in front of my head? It doesn't look like it. But anyway, so we've got little mini-me Shredder, who, let's see. So his articulation is... his leg goes out on both sides, I'm assuming. Yes. His legs can bend that way. And his arms can only... nope, they're not butterfly joints. I don't think that one's supposed to bend fully like that. So he can move his arms up and down. Well, they do have slight butterfly effect. I think probably because they're on ball joints. So it can slightly move like that and then just up and down. There's no elbow articulation, no knee articulation, and of course his head. Ooh, except it hits the spikes when you turn his head. And it can also... yeah, raw. So not exactly the greatest figure, but they always seem to shortchange smaller figures. Like Hasbro does it with like Rocket Raccoon and Spider Ham. So I can't say I'm totally surprised about this. Although I do think of the hunchbacks from Castlevania now, the ones who just like bounce around going. Oh, wait. He's got feet articulation. He's got a rocker in there, and it can... sweet. That's kind of cool. So, yeah. It can... I don't know, maybe... I guess it helps if I put it in front. But it can move there. Or there. You can rotate it, right? Oh, it rotates like that. Maybe I should get like a white sheet to put in front if I do these again. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I said though, Castlevania. Oh, I hate those boogers. Alright, so back to Goro Shredder. We've got the standard articulation, double jointed elbows, although they don't bend 100 all the way. I still, I know some toy reviewers are like, well, what's the point of double jointed elbows if it doesn't bend more than 90 degrees, like a single, more than a single elbow joint? I just think I'd rather have double jointed elbows than single ones, because I think, to me, single elbows is so outdated. There's no reason toys should have single jointed knees and elbows anymore. Okay. So, come on. Ooh, I should have do pictures of him with Spyro from X-Men. We can have some foreplay. Woo, his hand came off. Oh, that's right, they're supposed to do that. Alright, so the other, this is really, really tight there. I might have to heat him up to get the other elbow part, but let's see. Oh, this one's kind of tight too. Alright, well, you get the point. So, these have double jointed elbows, rotation at the wrists. I love my wrist rotation. They also rotate at the elbow because you got to have your shredder get his arm cut off. We've got double jointed knees, as I just talked about. Come on, really tight one here. Man, I am impressed with how tight these joints are. I'm used to some of the Hasbro ones where I'm just like, wow, that's so floppy. But, and then we've got rotation at the ankles again, just like the small version, with a rocker. You rockin' now! And then the head rotates. Oh yeah! And we've got a waist rotation. Doesn't seem like it actually crunches up and down, sadly, which I do think is kind of disappointing, but that's okay. The details on this, dude, like, come on, camcorder, focus, but the details are incredible on this. Like, he looks like he's been through battle while also not being damaged yet. I really like the shading they do on these. I'm not big on cell shading, but the way NECA has been doing the shading on their Ninja Turtle stuff has worked for me. But then again, I'm not big on shading because Hasbro has sometimes had like weird placements for shading. It's like, what? Like, it wasn't too bad on Cyclops and Spider-Man, but some of their other X-Men ones was like, okay, or their Venom figure for the anime series that looked like Venom was being chased by a cop car, or was standing in front of a cop car because he had blue and red on his things. Alright, so as I showed, the arm comes off, and you can plug your Space Worm into this piece. Oh, my arm! I've been disarmed! Too bad they don't have 4, so you could have them lose all 4 arms at one time. And then this one plugs in here, I think. Yes. So you can have the Space Worms coming out of his arm that's been disarmed, that's been cut off. And it's flat enough so you can have it lying there out flat on the ground. Whoops. Sort of flat on the ground. But that's kind of a cool way to do blood effect without having actual blood. Naturally, you can take these out and swap them with the other hands. I'd say be careful because I'm not sure how fragile these blades are on Shredder's hands. Because who knows how easily these might break when you put the hand on if you bend it too much. It's the only downside about toy quality. When they get better stuff, better accessories, swappable accessories, sometimes the little pieces you're like, how well is that going to hold if I put too much pressure on while putting that on? Because you never know. Because I had some Final Fantasy figures that felt like they were like more fragile than glass. Like you just put like an ounce of pressure on it and poof, it snapped off. Which did happen to my Final Fantasy 12. Oh, what was the name of the summon? I can't think of her name now. It wasn't. She was the purple one, but that happened to her. Like one little pressure and poof. It's like, oh man. But yeah, I'm really liking this. I have to get Claw Shredder now to go with these guys. I'm hoping NECA will re-release the Shredder, the regular Shredder, and do an army building pack of foot soldiers so I can get several foot soldiers. I'm trying to army build the Ultrams a little bit, but I will say $35 is kind of pricey to army build certain figures, so I'm not going to go too crazy with the Ultrams. I mean, it's already hard enough for gargoyles and I want to army build the Steel Clan, but I'm going to limit myself to 3 since they're $40 a piece. Assuming I continue with the gargoyles line because the wings are driving me crazy and take up way more room than necessary, and it's taking too long for gargoyles with their cloaked wings to come out. But this is pretty cool. What do you guys think? Do you think these guys are cool? Do you own them? Are you looking forward to getting them? Are you a Ninja Turtles collector? Are you a Ninja Turtles fan? I do laugh that the comic book brought the Ultrams and the Triceratons and the Fugitoid and all those alien races in pretty quickly. And then in the movies, when they were going to do TCRI in the movies for the sequel, they're like, oh well, aliens is too silly for movies, so we can't do that. It's like, but you're doing movies on living, breathing humanoid turtles with a rep for a master, and in the second movie they fought a dude whose armor grew with him. But aliens would be weird? Whatever. But yes. Shredder, Goro Shredder, and Mini-Me Shredder. Or Hunchback Shredder if you go with the whole Castlevania thing. These are pretty cool. I like it. And let me know what you thought of this little unboxing figure video. Did you think it went on for too long? Was it too boring? Did I not show enough? Let me know in the comments what you liked about it. If you want to see me do more of these. Maybe I'll do more with Ninja Turtle stuff I get. And click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support me. You can support me on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, at Kaiju no Kami. My website is Creativity by Design. Wow, creativitybydesignllc.com/shop. No, that's the store. It's just creativitybydesignllc.com. I apparently cannot speak right now because my brain is going in all these different places. It's been a long week and it's a nice Friday off from school. Well, until next time, bye.